Yeah. Yeah, like you can have it.
Just in case. Where are you going?
Peace still. If you could put a little bit more on that, that'd be great. Yes. Thank you. You can see that? I lost the potato of the white rice. Yeah, that was good in there. That enough? Good morning, everyone. This is Cover coming to you from Broward County. And of course, like we do every single Saturday or Sunday throughout this epidemic for the last, I want to say, about 4 or 5 months now. Every single weekend we come and we buy food. We purchase food and we take it to the elderly people. I had six elderly families, but 2 passed away because of the coronavirus. And so now I got 4. So I'm picking up some hot food, and I'm gonna take this food up to 2 couples that's up in Boca. And then I'm gonna stop after I get out of here, and then I'm gonna go to Popeye's Chicken because they like Popeye's Chicken. And then I'm gonna get some chicken dinners for a couple that's in Fort Lauderdale. When I say couples, I mean they're in 4 separate locations. So it ain't the same location with the same people. So this is what I'm doing right now. And we've been doing this ever since the epidemic has begun. You know, most of these senior citizens, they live by Social Security. Most of the money gets Social Security or with pensions that they have. Oh, we're good. Thank you. That'll be it. Oh yeah, that's good. Thanks so much. Let me pick up a couple of sodas for them. You remember what kind of soda they like? What kind of soda that we got them last time?
I think it was
Wasn't it orange? Okay.
Yeah, it was orange. I know they like orange.
And then what was the next one? I think it was Mountain Dew, right?
Yeah.
Do they have a Mountain Dew?
Yeah, they have it right there.
Okay. So let's grab these two. Get my drink here?
Here, take this. Take this.
Okay, thank you. So much. Okay.
It's a chip, so.
Oh, shit. Shit. Put it in now?
Stop it.
How many for?
No, they got some around. They got forks.
Tima, where are you been? Thank you.
Thank you so much. How you doing?
Ugh.
Okay, get the car. Okay.
Ah. Uh-huh.
So once again, this is Cobra coming to you from Broward County, and I'm going to be heading up to Boca to drop off this food after I make the stop at Popeye's Chicken and pick up some more stuff for people that's in need of the food. It's a great day out here today. I mean, it's excellent. You know, the weather is excellent, thank God. You know, yesterday rained all day. You know, so that delayed my trip to going all the way up. So I'm doing it early this Sunday morning. This is what we've been doing, like I said before, for the last 4 or 5 months. We've been purchasing food and we've been bringing it up to the people in need, especially the elderly that can't get out of their home, that shelter in place, or that has the COVID virus. And we leave food. We go to the doors and we leave it at the door, knock on the door, and then we leave them with the food, you know. And so I wanted the state of Florida, along with our regional director, Gladiator, you know, we want to send out a special prayer to Washington, D.C. and the regional director up there, Iola, who lost his grandson to gun violence. You know, the Florida chapter of the Guardian Angels would love to come up to Washington, D.C. because of the epidemic that we got here in the state of Florida, where just Florida bound that we have to stay within state because we do not want to bring anything into Washington, D.C. from the state of Florida. So that's why we're staying here. But the whole chapter of the Florida Guardian Angels from coast to coast in Florida, we send our prayers to Washington, D.C., to Iola and his family, Chief Iola. So the Guardian Angels, Regional Director for the state of Washington, D.C. A special prayer goes out, to the state of New York, because they also had a lot of violence that's going up in the streets out there in New York City. Enough is enough. When all of this is going to stop. We are going through so much as a country right now. We have black on black crimes, and there's nobody really marching because of that. I mean, God forbid it when a police officer, gets shot or a police officer goes and something happened with somebody of color, then everybody wants to march, everybody wants to protest, everybody wants to be out there, and everybody want to do what they want to do. But when it's a black on black crime, there's no Al Sharpton, there's no Jesse Jackson, there's no Black Lives Matter, there's nobody in there marching with these people. It should be hundreds and hundreds, just like they do when somebody of color gets killed or gets harmed by police brutality. So I'm hoping to see a change with that, to support my brothers in Washington, D.C. Everybody should be coming out. The whole entire community should be coming out and supporting these killings, And it's a shame how you're going to attack somebody because the color of their skin or their nationality, So you want to go out there and you want to beat up Caucasians, or the Caucasians want to go and beat up people of color, or the Latinos, or what. It's a shame, man. We all are one color. Well, I want to say three colors: red, white, and blue. The colors of the United States American flag. That's who we are. As a country, the greatest country in the world. And this is what we're going through as one of the greatest countries in the world. Other countries from around the world is looking at the United States right now, and they're probably scratching their head and say, you see, and you thought they was just like different than us. They just like us. So I'm hoping that a change will come. I'm hoping that we'll get back on board. I'm hoping that we'll listen to our scientists and we'll listen to our doctors and we'll do the right thing. Wear your mask, wash your hands, wear your gloves if you have to. Self-distance, do what you got to do so we can stop the spread of this disease. This is not a hoax, this is real. Over 100,000 people dead, over millions affected all over the world. And it doesn't matter to some people because they think it's a hoax until it happens to their family. When somebody in their family catches it or passes away, that's when it hits them, So I'm hoping that we'll put a stop and we'll put a change to that. The state of Florida is still out here doing what we're doing, from Jaws and the guys up in Tampa to the regional director, Gladiator, who runs the state, who gives us things that we have to do and what we're doing in the state of Florida for the coronavirus. And we're still going out there feeding the people. We're still going out there protecting the communities, and that's what we do. I don't do a lot of posting no more because we're doing the same old thing that we've been doing. Same old thing, day in and day out, going out there and protecting and serving our community. This is who we are, and this is what we did for 41 years as the world's greatest crime fighting unit, the world's famous Guardian Angels. We always step up to the plate when there's an epidemic. We always step up to the plate and do what we got to do to cure this violence. A shout out. And I always said this because it's so true. A shout out to my New York City brothers out there because they're doing a hell of a job, from Chinatown to Bensonhurst, to Coney Island, to the Bronx. They all over the place taking care of what they got to do, feeding the homeless, and they protecting the communities. They putting their lives on the line. 6 or 7 Guardian Angels fighting off 300 so they don't loot and steal from different stores and different communities. My hat beret goes off to the New York City Guardian Angels. Let me switch this around and see if Pipe Down want to say a little something here.
Hello, everybody. I just want to say, make sure you guys be safe out there. As Cobra said, wash your hands and everything. And please, everyone, when you wear your gloves and you take them off, especially at the grocery stores, there's trash cans. Please make sure that you put them in the trash cans and they don't end up on the floor. Because if they end up on the floor, a little child could pick them up, and you know, kids, they pick them up and put them in their mouth and they can get sick. Please make sure they throw them away in the trash. Also, I want to give a shout out to Super Stretch from the Guardian Angels. I want to thank him for promoting me to the captain of the Junior Guardian Angels. I will wear that rank with pride, and I wear this uniform with pride. I do not wear the uniform just to look good. I wear it because I care about the organization, and I care about the ones who we serve and protect. I will wear this uniform with pride. And I just want to make sure everyone stays safe. Super Stretch, once again, thank you so much for making me captain. Everyone, please stay safe, wash your hands, and practice social distancing. Thank you.
This is what it's all about. You get them while they're young. This is what builds our organization. This is what makes it strong, you know, the young, because we're getting older and we won't be here that long. But if we get them in while they're young, they'll be here for years to come, and this organization would live forever, because we are a great organization, a powerful organization, a world's great organization. Everybody come aboard, come and join the Guardian Angels. We love you. Peace, love, and happiness coming from Cobra, chapter leader, Florida Guardian Angels. God bless you all. Stay safe. Wash your hands, wear your mask.